Right. I think, where was the most recent one? So I saved a bunch. Okay, this was the most recent one. This was after we had just done something.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Yada yada. Okay. I believe the next one I was going to try was to not bring the knife in at all. So we're just gonna go straight to... Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm gonna kind of be speed running the parts that we've already heard about 1,000,000 times before.
The interior of the cabin is the blade is your implement.
Into the basement. No blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
I like how he's
staircase faintly
not even
illuminated by
bringing
an
up that I didn't take
unseen
the
light.
blade.
Her voice softly carries up the stair.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Okay. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Now he's noting that I don't have a blade. Okay. I'm here to save you. Why I'm here to save you? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Ooh.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh, it's me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Shrek pops out. Oh, man.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you.
Focused.
Hi.
Focused on saving her.
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Ooh, didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna be a hero.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Watch out, she's a mimic. She just like... I kind of am expecting that to happen.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key,
Maybe
any
there's some way to
ideas?
break the chains?
It's just bringing me back to my cutting her arm off.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh, this is going down the same route. No!
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
I wanted a different route.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but is someone else
I've
here?
already been here.
Your shouts and plea. I'll repeat myself.
Bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
No!
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
I mean, you could just, like, chew your way out.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth
There it is.
tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
That's cute. That's my new screensaver.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, I can only save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Little blood around her mouth. Oh my gosh.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
This is back where we were before.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Really brings cannibalism to another level.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her. We're just gonna slay the princess this time, because this is going down the same route we did before, where we didn't
Okay,
do that.
there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she
Yeah,
used
this
to
is the
tear
same
through her
route
arm.
we did before. Dang it.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you.
Everything goes dark and you die?
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're it can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently,
Nope, this is
everything goes
insane.
dark, and you die.
Right.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Again. Kill me again.
People don't die twice.
Oh, we already did that.
You haven't even met. If he doesn't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to... You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot hard. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
This, proceed to the cabin. Cabin will look like... I forget what it looks like this time.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
Ooh,
The
this is
walls a
new.
chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Alright.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Here.
You walk
Every
up to the
time.
wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This is...
Got the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yes, we will.
No
the
blade.
basement.
Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Definitely.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Would love to.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Definitely.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah, let's hear what everyone has to say. I'm curious how many voices there are.
Do
with
you
me.
want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
I am the boss. Looks like
Thank
it's just
you. You descend the basement steps, entering
Ooh.
the dark room below.
Ooh. Is she a cat? Meow.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Sure have.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
With what knife, though?
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Our little uwu face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry about last time. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes. I get the sense that you're not happy with me. I'm unarmed. That's a gesture of goodwill, so why don't we talk it out? I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know, things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. Now let's chat her up. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it.
Good. We should take that.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Sorry about last time. Died last time. Stop you. Okay.
You came to me with empty hands last time, too. But
I was
that
afraid
didn't
to
mean you
bring that
hadn't
up.
been plotting something nasty all along. What you did showed me as much.
Well, I was forced to.
But we didn't plot anything. We just made an informed decision based on the information we had at the time. I think you're both making perfectly valid points. Sure, we didn't plot anything, but it's easy to see how she might think we did.
What if I just apologized? What if I just...
Ooh,
Sorry,
smart.
I'm sorry.
Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Stab her?
Oh, you're sorry.
I don't have a knife, though.
Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Just want to give her little pats on the head. Okay, I didn't bring my own blade down. Remember? How am I supposed to get you out of these chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
The witch is just the call it 3 face. Yeah. I love the little face. I love her. Let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Boop. I want to boop her.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Oh, she's gonna stab me in the back, isn't she?
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Yep. A little crown. Oh, little wrinkled nose. He's so cute.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Can't we just, like, go arm in arm? Maybe?
Just go first.
You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either way, you go first or we stay here. Up to you. Or step onto the stairs. I trust her. She's so cute.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
Does this one
You step onto
know
the
that
stairs
she can't
and
leave
begin
if
your
I'm dead
ascent from
though?
the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and
That's
attack
not a
if we're
bad
facing
idea.
her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
Don't jump the gun.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess
shocker.
lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up?
Why won't we
I'm
be
afraid
getting
your
up?
back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several.
Hey, I broke her trust. She broke my back. It's fair.
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
I can't get up. You broke my back. What the hell was that for? I was trying to help you out of here. We were never going to get up the stairs, were we? We could have gotten out of here if we just trusted each other. Yeah, what the hell was that for?
Maybe you were, and maybe you weren't. But even more than I wanted my freedom, I really, really wanted to hurt you. And you know as well as I that by our very natures, only one of us could make it up those stairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Yeah, she's still pretty. She's still perfect. Look at her.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up.
Ooh. Crunch.
Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
Yeah, these crunches are something else. Not the way I'd prefer to have my back blown out, but ayo!
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go.
Man.
But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
A good back crack is amazing. It is amazing. This kind of back crack, though, no. No, thank you.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick at your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond. I'm still very curious about who I am. So I'm not the hero. Because the voices talk to me, and they refer to me as a separate thing.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
The hands! There they are. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. I don't think I've ever been given the chance to talk to them.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, if he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's the end for you, but not for me. It's not the end. Whoever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally! We're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. There she is. You are at the cabin. Sure.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
You think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Thoughts on this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Know what's going to happen when you awaken. Oh, this is a new one. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. You have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. So he does. Is the only answer I can give. When I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
They are indeed a lot of hands. Happen. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Ooh, one more vessel, guys. Let's make it a good one. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I am going to save and see if that's an actual option. Sure.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
And then it'll close out my game. I'm assuming.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
And there goes the game. Okay, time to reopen it. It's a fun little thing the game does. If you are like, I'm just gonna wait here with you, then she's like, okay, I'll be here when you get back, and then the game just closes.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Ready to go back?
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Ooh, so it's 5. 5 vessels are what is needed.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to...
Let's see, what route do I want to go? I think I'm going to be a little, try to kill her, but be a little smarter about killing her. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the... We're not going to go through... Ignore him.
Proceed.
The interior of the blade.
Take the blade.
You take the blade.
Into the basement. Let's go. Let's kill this bitch.
The door to the basement creaks over her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you.
Continue down
Good.
the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You caught me. I'm here to slay you. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just...
I'm gonna
She's
stab her
armed.
this time.
If you hesitate, you
I'm
lunge
gonna stab her
forward
this
without a
time, and then
moment's
instead of
hesitation.
checking for a pulse, I'm just going to leave.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your...
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should... Do you actually believe this was...
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes. Even as she... But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs,
It looks like it doesn't
closing the
let
door
me
to the basement behind
choose
you.
that now.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, she's gonna come out of that door, isn't she?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
I'm actually leaving?
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
Yeah.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's suspicious. That's bullshit. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for
This
saving
isn't
the
an
world.
ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity.
Oh
Your
no!
reward.
Oh no! That's how last time I was playing, the narrator was talking about how the princess was basically just reincarnated over and over and over again and never like really died or something along those lines. I have to go back and watch it. But so by killing her, I like basically killed the world.
This is what's
I
best
think-
for everyone. Trust me.
Oh, narrator, no, you betrayed me.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even
That's
decades.
terrible.
It's all a wonderful,
no.
boring blur.
Oh, I knew I couldn't
You've
trust the
never been
narrator.
happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Imagine how boring that would be. Of course we are. I like it here. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
We wake the princess
The blade. We can use the blade to get out
Oh.
of this.
Ooh.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Honestly, better than sitting
right.
in a cabin.
It's the
forever.
only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I dare. I dare. Kill us. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell. You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. Honestly, anything to get out of this hell.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever.
This
For
is
the first time
exciting.
since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I killed myself. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Ooh, the second best girl? Ooh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then
Excited.
maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
That's true.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume... Proceed to the cabin. I'm done with talking to the
Warning.
narrator.
Before you go any further, she will lie. She won't be a problem.
Let's go. Let's do it. The end of the world. Ooh. All I've seen is a cabin
The
and some
interior
woods.
of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Approach the
You
mirror.
walk up to the wall next to... What are you talking about?
I always do this.
You reach forward and
Just
rub
in
your
case I
hand
find
against the
something.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult.
Into the basement. I also love how the cursor changes from your hand
The
your
door
hand
to
is
the
a blade when
basement
you're holding the
groans
blade.
open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Didn't mean to save that screenshot.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes
She's
into
so
view.
cute.
A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set
Oh, she's
eyes stare up at you,
adorable.
followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Look at her. Yeah, she's so cute. I don't think I can stab a ghost though.
Ghost!
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I'll wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
This is exactly what I was trying to tell you out in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed her. Blip. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not fooling around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You are going to end the world. I was told you were going to end the world. Okay, clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team. I'm out of ideas. Thoughts? If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll get going. I saw one up here I liked. What do you want from me?
I just want the same thing I've always wanted. To go home. But this place won't let me go. At least, not alone.
Fair enough.
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
It's terrible.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
Fair enough.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Your ride?
After all, you own me.
Haha. Less cute.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. But I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen.
I'm going to let her.
It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Please let her. Yeah, I'm going to. I mean, she's cute though. Yeah, like I can't say no to that face.
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I think I will. If I say no, this would be just temporary. this would be temporary, right? If I let you in, do I still get to be in control? Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd been in the world. Sounds great. Let's do it.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Screw you, narrator.
See you soon.
Oh gosh. Oh.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Nope.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Oh gosh.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
Huh.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, narrator. Come on, give her the program.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
This is the most reasonable form of the princess, for sure.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you. Oh, she's so cute. I'm glad you saved her.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm sorry. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention it.
I think this was where I meant to be.
Thanks. So many. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Sorry. Approach the mirror. Gaze in your reflection. You are nothing at all. If that isn't right, you can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and unveiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. A verb. This part is peak. Yes. Oh. What?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh. Oh my gosh, the eyes. What? Eyes and teeth and just stuff everywhere. Thorns? Teeth? I don't know. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you a part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? You're the one... I want to know why. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I like to take the easy way out, huh? I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. A god. I always knew I was special. So I'm assuming I only get a certain amount of questions before he's gone completely. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Okay. Like you said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? Part of me. Edge. Death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone? You want me to destroy the concept of transformation. How is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. No, things won't used to be worse, so I destroy her. Man, I only have a few left. Okay. Part of me. What did I answer? Many times. Let's say. How did you die? Why did you make her? Princess. Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death?
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
You're delusional. I kind of want to just waste one on telling him he's delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong. If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Does it hurt? Start. I've died plenty of times. That's not the same. Not actually dying, it seems. This place. Yeah, what is this place?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Got 2 left. Want to be a god.
You are you. And if you would let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. Let's see. I am not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and... I'm going to pronounce this wrong, an assent to God. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Gosh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Finally see all of you.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means. What happens now? Yeah, I'll ask that.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Coward. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I'm gonna destroy you? I already said I was gonna save you. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. How can we... Oh, can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led me to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reach this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. So I'm gonna ask, did it matter what roads?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh gosh. I was just just asking a question.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without redemption, there can be no sin. I would sacrifice everything for you again. That one.
And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. I have already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. We'll engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, the twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides, infinite angle. You push back and strain against it, but it does not heal.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh. That's trippy. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Yay! Yay! Oh, such a good game! The voices in your head. Love that. Oh, man.